We're just going to have a chat while I'm revising, really. Yesterday we had the announcement, or for me anyway, it was yesterday, that we are going back into a national lockdown, and I feel like they shouldn't have cancelled the exams this year just yet. I think now, like, the whole year is going to be online, because what's going to change for semester 2? Nothing. I'm revising some limits and some power series. Here is the function, and this is what I'm trying to sketch. It's 1 minus x times 1 minus x over x plus 2 x minus 3. And then that's going to go to 0, so that gives us 1 on the bottom, so it goes to 0. No, it goes to 1. You know, in my videos, I feel like everyone's going to think I'm trumping, but I'm actually not. It's just my chair. I'm going to make chocolate orange shortbread. Hello everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video. I do hope you're all well. Let me know how you're doing in the comments down below. For today's video, I'm just going to be revising. I've got exams coming up, and to be honest, I haven't revised that much over Christmas, and it's now the 5th of January. I might try and get this uploaded today or tomorrow, but I've had a big break over Christmas and I haven't done that much, and I just thought while I'm doing a little bit of revision, I'll get some content out of it and I'll revise with you. So we're just going to have a chat while I'm revising, really. If you're interested, we are doing some revision for my calculus and vectors course, and what I'm doing is I'm going back over revision sheets. We get sheets every week, and I'm currently on week 3. I'm just doing the example sheet from then and just kind of doing questions that I'm okay with, and then we can kind of miss those out and then focusing on the questions that I'm struggling a little bit with. I'm currently doing some stuff on power series and limits and transcendental functions, and I'm just working my way through it, really. Yesterday we had the announcement, or for me anyway, it was yesterday, that we are going back into a national lockdown, which is basically, it kind of feels like we've gone back to March. It's a bit frustrating. I was speaking to loads of you on Instagram last night and this morning about how you're all feeling. I asked on my story, how does it affect you? You know, what's changed for you? And loads of you got in touch, which was really, really nice. And I tried to reply to everybody. I think I did reply to everybody. Lots of you were saying that you feel frustrated and it's a little bit, you know, you're kind of unmotivated now, you're not sure what's going to happen. I'm sure the typical style of exams, as in like, you go in an exam hall, you sit down, you have 3 papers, you're in an exam hall, you have an hour to do it. That kind of traditional style of exams probably won't happen. I was really shocked when they announced that. Even though we thought it was going to happen and like there wasn't an option really, it kind of had to be done. But it was like, it only feels like a month ago that my exams were being cancelled last year. And I feel like they shouldn't have cancelled the exams this year just yet, because one, it will stop people working. If they kind of announce any kind of cancellation or any change to the exams, it will make people worry. It's a bit annoying that they've announced it and not kind of had this plan, and not announced a plan with the exams. They've just kind of said they won't go ahead as normal. What does that mean? It's a bit frustrating, but you know, stick in there if you've got your exam, or you should have had your exams this year. Stick in there, keep working, even though you might not sit your exams as expected. Keep working. You don't have to keep working if you don't want to, but I would advise that you do. Take time for yourself, have a good balance of things, and hopefully it will all work out. I think, or I would hope, it won't go as badly as it did last year with in terms of like the U-turns and results day, because that happened last year. So hopefully they will learn from what happened last year and improve it this year and have some good solid plan that they will bring out to kind of ease the worries. Anyway, enough said about that. Hope you're all okay. I am here to kind of bring you a little bit of normality, even though my normality is not normal. I'm, if you don't know, doing all of my uni online. I have been doing it all online since September, and because I live at home, if you don't know, so I would be commuting to uni. I'd be going back and forth. If lectures were on, I'd be going to lectures. I'd be using the library. I'd be, you know, in Manchester all day, and then I'd come home. But that's not happened, of course, because of the restrictions. I think now, like, the whole year is going to be online, because what's going to change for semester 2? Nothing. Semester 2 starts in Feb. So I think my classes start again on the 8th of Feb, or the week commencing the 8th of Feb. We have a revision time, or revision week, the 11th of Jan, and then we've got exams. I might need to check that, actually. Also, while I'm checking my exams, I just thought I'd let you know that my driving test, of course, has been cancelled. When Manchester went into tier 4, it got cancelled then. And when they announced tier 4, I was like, the thing is with the tiers, what is the difference between tier 3 and tier 4? Not that sure, really. Tier 4 is basically lockdown. So tier 4, when we went into that, I didn't even think about my driving lesson, and then my instructor texted me and I got an email from like the DVLA or whatever you call it, saying that my test was cancelled. So that was slightly annoying. It was supposed to be this Friday actually, the 8th of Jan, but that obviously didn't happen. And then when we went in lockdown, I was like, oh, when's it gonna get rescheduled for? They will just email to let me know. We just have to deal with what's happened. So let me have a look. Someone's just saying in our chat here, what's happening with our January exams in this lockdown? And our exams are all online anyway, so it probably will make no difference. I have my calculus and vectors exam on the 18th. I have my probability exam on the 29th, this is all January, the 29th, and I have my foundations on the 25th. And we have a mix of like take-home exams, which is basically just a sheet, we have to submit it, and we also have a timed online test. I'm just gonna get working and I'm just gonna chat to you really. I'll edit it back, I'll cut some bits out that are a bit boring, but you know, gotta get a video out and I'm revising, so come and join me. I'll put you here so you can kind of see what's going on and you can kind of see me writing. But it is really annoying that everything's kind of being cancelled, and I feel like we got into this place where it was okay because of the vaccine and stuff, and that it was kind of going all right. I don't want to focus too much on the COVID, by the way, in this video, so don't worry. But yeah, I kind of felt like we were getting somewhere with the vaccine, and we still are getting somewhere. But now, because of the lockdown, it's like, oh, great, we're back into March again. But anyway, I'm revising some limits and some power series. So what I'm doing to revise, by the way, like I said, is going through old sheets. I've found it quite hard, actually. I'm gonna talk, but I'm gonna revise. I've found it quite hard, actually, to revise for this because it's so different to anything that I've kind of ever done before. Of course, it's online, so we can contact our lecturers, but they're not like in the same room as us, so it's kind of a different version of help. But yeah, let me do some revision. So what we're doing is we need to sketch the following functions. Okay, question 5. If you haven't watched my last video as well, I got one of those paper-like screen protectors, and it basically makes your iPad feel like you're writing on paper. I can't tell you how much better it is. It's like so good. It doesn't feel like you're writing. You don't have that strain on your hand at all. It's just smooth. It's got like, I don't know the technical words, it's got a little bit more precision. So we are attempting to sketch f of x is equal to x to the 4 minus x squared. So the first thing we can do is say that f of x is equal to x squared multiplied by x squared minus 1. And then that means there is a 0. So that means, therefore, there is a 0 at x equals 0 of order 2. And 2 simple zeros. Simple zeros just means order 1. So simple zeros, we don't need to put order 1. X squared equals 1. So then that's x equals plus or minus 1. We can also comment about what happens as x goes to plus or minus infinity. As that happens, the dominant term, which is x squared, tends to infinity. Oh no, the dominant term is not x squared, it's this original one here. It's x to the 4, so x to the 4 tends towards infinity as we get plus or minus infinity as x. So now I think we can sketch that. So we're going to end up with this, I think. So 0x equals 0 of order 2. As x tends to positive infinity, x to the 4 tends towards infinity. I think it's supposed to look like that. I'm confused. 1 over x, as x tends to plus or minus infinity, will give us 0. So then, oh yes, so that gives us 1 on the top. And then that's going to go to 0, so that gives us 1 on the bottom. So it goes to 0. No, it goes to 1. Quite a few of you have said you want to see like some university maths. It's not too much university maths this really, it's from like week 3, but I'll show you anyway. So what I'm doing is I'm sketching this function here. Here is the function, and this is what I'm trying to sketch. It's 1 minus x times 1 minus x over x plus 2 x minus 3. First thing we need to do is we need to think about the zeros. So where are the zeros in this? And basically what your zeros are is
the values of x that make this function 0. So it's x equals 1. But we've got it 2 times, so it's order 2. So it's a 0, order 2, that x equals 1. Then we need to look at the poles. The poles are what makes this function not continuous. So what makes the denominator 0. So it's -2 and 3, and they are simple poles because we've just got 1 of each x value, if that makes sense. Then I just evaluated the limit. I'm not sure, oops, daisies. I'm not sure whether this limit has been kind of evaluated correctly, so I'm not going to show you that just in case it is wrong. Now we need to sketch the graph. What it needs to look like is, I'm going to put x equals 1 there, and it's going to kind of make a U shape kind of over here. But we've also got poles at -2 and 3. So there's 3. I'll do this in kind of like a dashed grey line, and then that's x equals -2. And I think, have we got, I'm looking at the solutions here, and we've got this asymptote, and I can't think why we've got that. I think I know why. I think it's because we did the limit and then we got 0. So we need a line going across like that, and it's an asymptote at y equals 1. We had a nice curve like that. Not perfect, it's just a sketch. It just says sketch. We could have something like that. And then we also need asymptotes here, so we need a curve that kind of does something like that and like that, and that's what the graph looks like. What I want you to do is, I want you to go in the comments. You don't have to do it right now, but just go into the comments and just tell me how you're feeling. Of course, your name will be there in the comments, so if you don't want your name there, you don't have to leave a comment. You can message me on Instagram, but it's just nice to kind of know how people are feeling in this situation, and it's nice that I've kind of got this smaller platform to be able to connect with people, because, you know, if I had a bigger platform, there'd be much more people messaging me, and sometimes I do see messages and just don't reply because I'm busy or it doesn't need a reply, but it's nice to kind of connect with you. So yeah, let me know how you're doing in the comments down below. I say that at the start of every single one of my videos, but I really do mean it. Yeah, I do mean it. I want to know how you are because it's nice to keep in touch with people. I'm finding it difficult to talk and write at the same time. So simple zeros at x is a third, and oh, it's z. Z is a third, and z equals 2. I think what's so important about revising, and in a time like this, like, you could be just revising all the time, because for me, I don't go out anywhere. It sounds sad, but I don't do anything. For me, it's kind of weird that I could sit here all the time and I just could revise, but is that healthy? Absolutely not. So it's finding that balance of revision, and I said this to so many people in my DMs, finding a balance between looking after yourself, focusing on yourself, staying up to date with the world, working and relaxing. All of that is quite hard to do. It's quite hard to find such a good balance of everything, and that's kind of why it's nice to give yourself plans and to give yourself goals in the day. And speaking about goals, I have set absolutely no goals for 2021. So in terms of goals, I haven't set any, but in my head I have little ideas that I might like to hit or I might like to get. So I do have some things, I just haven't wrote them down fully. But anyway, I need to sketch this graph. So we've got simple zeros at 2, so there's a 2. We need to work out what the axis is there. So then we will have 3, so it will be something like that, 3. Whenever you're sketching a graph in maths, don't worry whether it's neat or not. Look at that. That's supposed to be neat, and I guess it is kind of neat, but the lines are a bit dodgy. Don't worry, just sketch it. It's a sketch. You don't need any fancy things on it, as long as you've got the good detail that you need. I need to work, so I'm going to do a time lapse. What is an essential... What is an essential shop? That's not what I want to know, but that's a very good question.
Dunno. In complex analysis, an essential singularity of a function is a severe singularity near which the function exhibits odd behaviour. You know, in my videos, I feel like everyone's going to think I'm trumping, but I'm actually not. It's just my chair. You know, I think we need to kind of celebrate a little bit. Of course, like the key workers, no doubt about that, but like the teachers and lecturers as well, they were still trying to kind of... Yeah? Are you talking to me? What? Oh, my plant.
Is that where it stays? Nice, that
Yeah,
has.
but not so far to the
Is that
wall.
one watered?
Yeah, I watered that today.
He's not going to be long, has.
Okay, this little plant here was kind of falling down just a little bit because I thought it was because it was so big. Mum said it was probably because it was underwatered or overwatered. I can't remember which one she said. No, I think she said, pardon? Underwatered. Are you listening to me? It was kind of flopping down because it was probably underwatered, and I thought it was because it was so big, so we had to put like the little sticks in the plant. So this is one of my plants. That's another one. That one's really, really healthy. There's a little droopy little bit there. Don't know if that's supposed to be there. And also up there in my bookcase, that's where I've decided to put the cloud. If you saw my last video, I was unsure where to put it, and I've put it there because those books don't get used that much by me anyway. They're my sister's midwifery books, and she doesn't use them that much. So I thought I'd put the cloud there and decorate it nicely. I might move it, might not stay there. The wire's actually nicely hidden behind that plant there. And if you're wondering, that plant's fake. Anyway, that was a little distraction from my revision. Let's get back working. Yeah, what I was saying was, I think we need to celebrate the teachers a little bit because they were expected to kind of carry on. The lecturers were doing the best they possibly could do, and it's a bit of a shame that they kind of then have to go back to online teaching again. Be patient with your teachers. I know it's hard, some of my lecturers aren't the best in the technology area, but help them. Right, we're trying to now evaluate tan of pi plus I. So we're going to do that. I've been asked to establish the identity here, and look at that highlighted there. I've done it. I finished my example sheet, so I think I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you so much for watching. It was a bit different. I'm kind of trying to do different videos than like my normal vlogs and things, and I tweeted out yesterday who wants to see a baking video, so quite a few of you liked it and replied, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a baking video very, very soon. Possibly at the weekend I'll get one up, but I don't know what I'm going to bake. Brownie, I've done brownies before. Oh, I know what I'm going to make. I'm going to make chocolate orange shortbread. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. That's what I'm going to make. So yes, look forward to that. Hopefully you did enjoy. I got all of this sheet done. Don't be frightened to use the solutions for lots of your revision because that's exactly what I've just done, and I understand quite a lot of it. Hopefully you're all okay. Like I said, message me on Instagram if you want to. Yeah? Okay, I'm coming. My Instagram is in the corner there if you want to go and follow me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon with a brand new video. Bye! I'm confused.